Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, sipping some yummy coffee this morning. I need my coffee in the morning so I can speak and not trip on my tongue so much. Today is day 2629 of What's She Up To Now. This is the space where I do an online video journal. I document my journey as I moved from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. I had over a quarter century corporate career is primarily in the quality function. And my definition of quality and the jobs that I selected to work in and the companies I chose to work with by taking a position there, I always define quality as the process of how we do everything in our organization. All of the processes that come together, I guess I need more coffee, come together and culminate in creating the internal customer and quality relationships, as well as with our external customers, the people we were selling our products and services to. I was primarily in in manufacturing. Manufacturing is my love. I've always loved knowing how things work, how things work together, how things are built and manufactured and assembled. I love manufacturing. Ever since I was a little girl, I would take every clock and every device I could take apart even as a toddler, much to my mom's dismay, because I'd only take them apart to see all the components. I never would put them back together again. When I was a little older, I started putting things back together again, which my folks appreciated, but mostly it was more fun to take them apart and see how things work than it was to actually build things. Although later I liked to build things. I love to solve problems and manufacturing problems. I think that it's really rewarding to have a problem, to have a challenge, and then try to come up with the solutions and the creative ways of fixing that problem. And I do that now with more soft skill problems than manufacturing. But in manufacturing, when I work with manufacturers, I still love to do that. So today we're talking about relationships all this month for both the Be a Better You Annual Challenge and for my Supersize Your Business group. And our topic today is shared vision and growth, meaning shared vision and supporting one another in growth. And we talked about specific relationships and how that's played out in my life, as well as in a couple of other people's lives that I've been working with, and how enhancing their relationships has improved areas of their life that then improve their corporate life, their career, or their business running and ownership and the culture within their business. So shared vision is, of course, in our key relationships, we need to know where each other wants to go with that relationship. If we don't have a shared vision, guess what? That relationship will inevitably drift apart or become negative and destructive. Then they're done. That doesn't feel very good. Sometimes we'll start out, like in business or in life with partners, as thinking and believing that we have a shared vision, but one person will grow in one direction and the other person will grow in another direction. And if we're not growing together, we're growing apart. We live in a dual universe, right? Where opposites exist: good, evil, hot, cold, up, down. It's just the nature of our planet and our existence. And so we can fight it, or we can use it to our advantage, or use it to create the life that we want by focusing on the relationships where we do have a shared vision and where we do support one another's growth, so that we can expand and become the better version of ourselves, the best possible person we can be. I believe our purpose on the planet is to be the best possible human being we can be. Learn as much as we can, learn from our mistakes clearly, also build on our successes, and continually improve and become a better version of ourselves. Why? Because that sets the example for the rest of the world, right? If I am the best possible grandma I can be, that sets an example for other grandmas. If I'm the best possible coach, business owner, founder, manufacturing business owner I can be, then that sets the example for other people. And I don't know about you, but I've been both an example and a warning, and I much rather be an example than a warning to other people of how not to be and how not to behave. Prior to turning 50 and my sudden cardiac arrest, I was a very different person. I was a go 100% of the time, never sleep, not take care of myself. And that didn't serve me very well, right? Because that wasn't consistent with who I was meant to be here on the planet. And so I had that big wake-up call. And that wake-up call, fortunately for me, allowed me to still be here and have a second run at, well, how do I really want to show up in the world, right? I don't want to show up as a stressed out, frenzied, almost burnt out, running like a chicken with my head cut off mom, and then later grandma. I want to be a better version of myself. And so it's a lifelong process, right? Do I have bad days? Yes. Do I make snide comments on social media sometimes? Yes. And then I'm very, very ashamed of myself because I know better and I know that it just doesn't matter. Everybody has to do their own thing and be themselves and find out how to be a better version of themselves. And I say, if you're supporting evil, that's never a better version of yourself, right? It might be a better version than who you were before, but keep moving forward so you can get to the side of good, right? Versus evil. That's my religious, political, social comment for today. All right, that's all I've got today. I am traveling, as you can see by my changed background, and I will be traveling for another week. But if I can help you in any way, all you have to do is contact me and ask, and I will make sure that you get your question answered. You will get the help and support that you need, because that's one of my most favorite things to do in the world is help and support other people. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.